Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode number 296 of the GMG, the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we dance like fools and chat like brothers. Thank you so much for joining us. I already said that. We are talking about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I'm one of your hosts, Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, to my left, the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, Patrick Novacell.
Good morning. We are 4 weeks away. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks away.
That's probably going to blow everybody's ears out.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Also with me to my bottom left. Yes, I think.
To my
that's how that works. To my caddy corner, the cat to my corner. The former final member of the GMG Quadfecta with music in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain, and La Carreta in his old stomacho, Marc Boucher.
How me up here on cow?
Uh-huh.
I gotta tell you, that was one of your best La Carretas I've ever heard.
Carreta.
Oh, and then Mark has to one up you.
Oh, he's got to 5-up me. Jeez, you jerk. And also, and finally, with me to my bottom, the newest final member of the GMG crew.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's a new permanent staple.
Ryan's
to my bottom. The silent sneezer and North Kakalakian, who's possibly unlikely to have eaten dinner not yet already, or is also our personal howdy hey handyman, Ryan Isley. Hello.
Howdy hey.
Howdy hey to you, sir. If you're new joiner, this is not the first time Ryan's been to my bottom, so just want to share that with you.
All right, I'm out.
Stop it. I'm going to have to slap an
Did that come out weird?
I
I had no idea that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first episode of this maniacally mild May, and if you're not new with us,
Maniacally mild,
you know, I like to test everything, and the things that don't work the best, well, they continue on. So get ready next week for Ryan to be to my bottom again. So with that being said,
in your bottom.
I didn't say you're in my bottom. Gross. Why would you go that direction?
Up in the bottom.
Okay. Ryan, lead us
All
out.
up
What's
in the
going on,
bottom.
man? Give us Iffle, Earl, and Iggle. Lots of Iggle, please. We need lots of God in this right now. Up in this place.
Oh, well, again, howdy hey. Hope
Yes.
all of you are doing well.
You said it.
Most of this past week has been like IRL and Iggle, I guess, mixed together. I did a lot of this past weekend was busy, man. It was I don't feel like I've sat down until
busy.
actually I haven't sat down until like today, really.
Glad we could help you with that.
Just now. Take a seat.
Yeah, pretty
Pop
much.
quiet.
So let's see. Friday night, we went out for our date night. Me and my wife, we went out to date night with my worship pastor, Sam, and his wife. We went out on the town, went in downtown Raleigh and went to what was it called? Morgan Street Food Hall. It's just
I'm glad you added that his wife, your worship pastor's wife, was with him, because that would have been a weird date night. Be like to have my wife and I went out with our worship pastor on a date night.
No, we if I hang out with Sam, I can hang out with Sam by himself, but like it's weird if I hang out with
the wife and
her by herself. Yeah.
So
we don't do that.
Does he become the third wheel, or does she become the third wheel?
I
Like,
don't
how
know.
would that work? Depending on your relationship with, the
Jesus
worship
took the
pastor?
wheel in there some point. So
Yeah. Do you know
We
in
don't-
Brazil, when you're the third wheel, they call you the candle holder?
why?
Why? Yeah.
Because it's like a romantic dinner. Like they're holding the candle, so that
I
Ah.
see.
you're like
That makes sense.
what's the oh my gosh, the Beauty and the Beast, the candle guy with the candle hands.
Lumiere.
What's his name? Lumiere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of it as soon as I asked.
Oui.
Yeah, so
Um,
you're like Lumiere, or you're not. You
Well,
worship pastor.
Considering we all went out, there was 4 of us. It wasn't
Okay,
weird.
no candle holders.
No candle holders. Me and Sam were the beer holders, though, as we brought back drinks to the table.
Uh-huh.
So we did that. That was fun. I tried to get them to go do so in Morgan Street Food Hall. Just a bunch of restaurants that I believe most of them have food trucks. So it's kind of just like a spot for if they wanted to have like a storefront, but didn't want it to be like its own separate storefront and be expensive. Probably not as expensive to have it in a food hall with other restaurants around. But also in there is like little entertainment places. Like there's bars, there's a little ice cream. There's like a weird little in the corner at the front, like I guess where you would walk in, there's like a little hidden drinks speakeasy type place. But all their stuff was way too expensive. We were like, yeah, let's just go to the regular bar. Like the cheapest thing they had on there was like $20. And I was like,
Wow.
I'm not balling like that right now.
Yeah.
So I'll just go get me a pernicious and sit down. So that's what I did. But they also have right next to where I ate is an Epic Axe. So I was trying to get us to throw axes,
That's pretty
but
sweet.
that was super fun. I've done it a couple times now, but they were not having it. My wife thought that she was going to somehow throw the axe backwards and turn it into a boomerang and it come back and hit her in the forehead, I guess.
That's not how that works.
It's not.
I've
it's not.
seen videos where that happens.
It can bounce back if you are really, really, I don't know, bad or good. I don't know. I don't know what you have to be for it to bounce
Unfortunate.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, unlucky.
Yeah. So there was that. But we didn't do it. I was like, okay, fine. So after we finished eating, we walked around and we walked like downtown a mile to go get some gelato. And I guess that was good. And then we ended up just like kind of slowly walking back and seeing, Raleigh nightlife, which I have realized I'm too old for that. Just walking a mile, like from where we ate dinner, walking a mile to get the gelato and then walking back to our car. Bro, I was so gassed after that. I was like, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
You need to step it up, brother. I'm too old for that. Get out of here.
On the way back to our car, we passed this little hole in the wall spot called Side Quest Game Lounge and Bar.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
I love
we
that
walked,
name. Side quest.
right?
That's awesome.
So we were like, "What is that?" And we walked inside, and it's exactly what it sounds like. There's a bar, but then there's like 6 or 8 giant tables with chairs around them, and there were guys in there playing D&D and like all these other games, like just like tabletop games. And I was like, this is dope. We need to come do this on next date night. Like, even if it's like they had games in there that you could like pull off the shelf and play, like board games and stuff. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. The thing that kind of solidified it for my wife coming back was that this month they are doing Disney themed drinks. She says like, "Ooh, Disney." I was like, "Yeah, Cool. So the wife is gonna be in here nerding
You
out.
got the draw.
Nice.
Yeah, I got the draw. All I
Hook,
needed was
line,
the Disney
sinker.
drinks. We got something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Friday night. Saturday we went and hung out with some of the friends from church that we have. We had like a brunch. I also shipped your shirts, which you got. So I'm happy that you guys got your shirts.
Yes, we did. They're real. Could not believe
They are
it.
real. They were not just a picture of a trash bag in a car.
Most of us got our shirts. One of us hasn't got it yet.
You will get your shirt when Patrick comes to visit. So.
Less than 2 months, sir. Less.
Oh man,
than 2 months.
can't wait.
And you have to take a picture in it with Patrick in it, also.
Of course.
So I can...
With
pictures?
both of us in it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
that would
both
be,
of
I'm
us.
sure we
Actually,
can
no, that's a large.
swing that.
That's a
We
large.
can
You wouldn't
figure
do
that
That'll
out.
be a little tight, but I think we
in
can
your
both fit in it.
respective shirts. How about that?
I mean, sure. Well, we can do it. We can figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
do what you
One of
want.
our-
You're grown
one of
men.
our
I
nap
can't stop you.
times.
One of our nap.
don't
It's
tell
our
us what
nap
to do.
shirt. Yeah, it's our
Yeah,
nap
okay.
shirt.
Nappy shirt. Wait, do we wear this front to front or back to front? Which do we do here?
In that case,
Whatever's
I'll order
comfortable.
the extra
Back to
large,
back?
and I'll send that one.
In your 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we had brunch with some church friends. That was fun. All our kids got to play together, and they threw a football into poison ivy.
No.
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh no.
Luckily, I guess right now my children aren't allergic to it. So like my son Kingston just
lucky
walked out
them.
there and grabbed it, and I was like, "Cool, I'm glad you're not allergic. Still go wash your hands, please."
Yeah.
Yeah. for
Please,
sure.
please, please, because I'm allergic. Okay, things happen when you get older. Things that you weren't allergic to before, just suddenly you fall apart. Because when I was a kid, I wasn't allergic to poison ivy or poison oak or any of that stuff, and now, if I even look at it, I just break
Full on
out.
breakout.
Get it?
Mm-hmm. And I have in my backyard around my fence is nothing but poison ivy. So like I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of it. I thought about burning it, but apparently that releases the toxin into the air because I tried that last time and then my throat got scratchy and then kind of swelled up just a little bit.
Yikes! That is
So let's
no
not do
bueno,
that.
man.
And also, the guy across the street from me, his AC had been broken for a while, so he just kind of always had his windows up. And when we were burning it last year, I could hear him coughing in his house. he was coughing like really, really hard. I was like, yeah, we should probably put this fire out before somebody calls the police on us.
Good call.
So yeah. Saturday afternoon, I think we just we barely came back to the house for like an hour. I don't even know if we changed clothes. I don't feel like I changed clothes. It started out as a nice day, and then it just got like really nasty weather and rainy outside, so that was gross. But we drove down to visit my parents for a moment. Dropped the kids off at my parents, and then my wife and I had date night number 2, which
Ooh.
was driving to Greensboro from my parents' house because they're only like 30 minutes away, and going to the Brandon Lake Tear Off the Roof concert,
Nice.
which was awesome.
Was
Really?
was John there? Was John Foreman there?
No, he was
Heck,
not, and I was very disappointed.
Man, that's lame.
Yeah, he wasn't there at that one. He was at the one the next night in Charleston. I guess that was the final show of that tour.
I think so. Yeah.
I thought John Foreman was gonna come out because I was waiting for it. I was like, "Yay, when's John gonna come out?" Because I know he's gonna do some Switchfoot stuff, and he didn't. He never came out. But I was not completely disappointed because he brought out Tasha Cobb's Leonard.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, so Tasha Cobbs is just here."
Surprise, surprise.
And
Patrick, are you as lost as I am?
Well, if they're talking about music, I mean, it's over my head.
If you have to ask if they're talking about music, yeah, you're lost. Because yeah,
I mean, I knew you were
You-
talking about music, but these are like names. So I'm like, and then Billy Bob Beep Bop, he came out.
You
and
don't
he was
know
like,
you don't know any
"Beep,
Brandon
beep,
Lake
beep, beep,
songs?
beep, bop, beep, bop,
you know the
boom."
song. You know the song. You know the song "Graves into Gardens."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Brandon
Brandon Lake.
No, Jesus did that. He made that song.
Well, okay.
but he gave it to
He
Brandon
made-
Lake to record it.
He made gardens from graves. I don't know
Well,
that this is the other guy. He didn't do
that's
that.
True, he did.
Jesus did that.
Heard the
I'm
song
just kidding.
Gratitude.
I'm terrible at. I don't keep track of all the names. I just enjoy the
Okay.
songs and praise
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, pretty much like a third of everything you hear on contemporary Christian radio right now is
It's
Brandon
pretty
Lake.
much Brandon. It's either Brandon Lake or Elevation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so
cool.
I probably heard Brandon Lake and Tasha Cobb's.
Yep.
yeah, you've they did a song together called "This Is a Move."
That sounds like
And
something my dad would do. This is a move right here. Ready?
Well, he is a dad. He's a dad of 3. He's got 3 boys, which was cool. I don't think any of them were there. I think it was just him. I don't think his wife was there either.
Yeah.
We were in the pit, so we were kind of
Moshing.
close.
Moshing.
Yep.
No, there was
Yep.
no moshing.
Crowd
go.
surfing, punching people in the
Yeah.
face.
That's right. In the throat.
I wish.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa!
what?
we were in the back. I've only
Sorry.
been in
I'm
one
in-
mosh pit
I'm
one
in Brazil.
time, and that was
Jiu-jitsu,
not
you're
an
in the throat.
enjoyable experience. Yeah, that was not an enjoyable experience being in a mosh pit. People
So they
care.
call it a mosh pit.
People
in the
care a lot.
Christian-
No, I don't know what that would be. I circle pit for Christ. I don't know. Maybe not
Holy
even
pit?
Circle pit for Christ. Hey, if
called
we
a-
do it for Jesus, it's okay.
It's called a prayer circle.
There you go. Prayer circle. That makes more sense.
Punching prayer circle.
Let me lay
Yeah,
hands
they
on
were-
you.
Yeah, I'm laying hands. I could see that happening at like maybe like a For Today concert or somebody like them, or Wolves at the. Is it Wolves at the Gate? I think that's the other hardcore Christian band. Maybe like there, but nah, not for Brandon Lake.
Yeah.
You could have done it for his one song that he has is called "Count 'Em."
Count them. Yep.
Yep, and that was
There's got
that's
to be a
about the-
Christian name. Hey guys, let's hit him with a holy healing in the face pit. Chop him
Well,
for
the-
Jesus.
Yeah, the concert was really good. He's a great performer, but like more so, he just loves Jesus. He's like, I'm just up here. Just,
Amen to that.
this is just basically a 3-hour worship set. We're all gonna worship together, and that's what we did. And it was awesome.
I was so bummed because Phil Wickham was playing in Richmond on Saturday night, and he had just recently toured with Brandon Lake, but now he's touring with Benjamin William Hastings and Pat Barrett.
That would be a great concert, dude.
Yep,
Like that would be great.
But it was either that or do the thing that I did, which I'll talk about in my update.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that was a little bit of in real life and in God life together, because it was cool being in a room of 13,000 other people that were just singing out to God, man. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was Saturday night. We didn't get home until like 1 a.m.
Mm.
So like Sunday I was in Bedside Baptist, and I
There you
go. Watched service online, which was great.
Yeah.
You're in Greensboro. That's a stone's throw away from my wife's old stomping grounds.
Oh yeah.
She's from Reedsville, which is about 30 minutes outside.
Oh
of
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sleeping for church.
Well, I woke up and was contemplating. I was like, I want to go. Maybe I can go to 11:15. But then by the time I like looked at the clock again after I made food, it was like 11:30. I was like, I'm not gonna make it.
I'm gonna watch it on VOD.
Yeah, so I did. And it was really good. It was really good. What else happened Sunday? I feel like something else happened. Oh yeah, we weren't at home. We shortly after that, my wife had I think a mini photo session. So she went out, took some pictures, came back, and then we loaded up the car with the kids again and went over to another friend from church house. They all have they have 3 boys around the same age as our kids, and they love playing with each other. So
Yeah.
we try to do like a family get together dinner once every month with them. So it was our turn to drive over to their house, and we just hung out there, had tacos, and yeah, it's nice having people to like, I guess, do life with and just sit and talk like normal people. And yeah, it was good. It was a good time.
Cool.
It was very fulfilling. Like it charged me up spiritually just because I like being around. I love going to concerts and like that environment. I love hanging around people, but like physically, my body was like, "You're done. You need to sit down."
Stick a fork in him.
So Monday I was trudging Monday, and then today I was off work because my daughter got sick yesterday. We are still trying to figure out what's going on with her. She's got some type of food allergy.
Okay.
Not sure. I think it's a mixture of things. I think it's something to do with the gluten, probably something to do with dairy. And then like she can't really have things that are high in like acid, like pineapples and stuff. That makes her throw up like almost instantly, pretty much.
Yikes.
Wow.
So yeah, she threw up a couple of times yesterday. She still says she wasn't feeling good today. She got up, got dressed for school, and then she was like, "Mommy, I'm gonna go lay back down." And then she went back to sleep for like another 4 hours. So I was like,
Yikes.
my wife had a photo shoot today to do. So I was like, "You go do that. I'll just take a day off work and I'll stay here with her." So I hung around the house today with her. So yeah, just trying to figure out whatever's going on with her food allergy stuff. So yeah, it's been go. Iffle has really just been sporadic. I hop online, I look at what I want to play maybe, and then I don't, or I get on. I'm like, maybe I should buy something else. Maybe I should download something else. I should really play the PlayStation downstairs because I don't.
Because you got a bunch of games that you haven't beaten yet.
So much, so many
Yeah,
games.
Spider-Man.
I still have.
Come on,
I
man.
started Spider-Man.
Well, that's
I
good.
did start.
Baby steps.
Maybe continue it.
That's a thought. I'll circle back to that eventually.
Noted.
Now I'm also
We'll be
trying to get, I guess, all my characters and stuff ready for Final Shape when it comes out next month. But then I was looking at like games that are releasing, and there is another game that's releasing. I don't know if it's going to be free still or not because I played the beta for it. It's called X Defiant. I think it's a Ubisoft game.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, I played the open beta for it, which was fun. It basically takes characters from each of their like, I guess, one character from each like game that they have. Like, so like it takes one of the character factions from the Division and puts it in here. And some of the other people, I can't remember what all the games they come from.
It's like a
But it's
franchise.
just like it's a shooter. It's just an arena shooter. But it was fun when I played it because everybody has their own like unique set of skills and can do different things. I'm not sure if it'll be free to play. If it's free to play, I'll probably download it. If it's not, I'll probably see how much it is and go from there. Because honestly, I'm probably just going to be playing Destiny 2 until I beat the campaign and whatever the new raid is. And then I will be free and can actually play other games.
Wow.
All right, man. See you in 2026.
No, I still believe I'm going to be done. Like, Destiny is definitely on a pace right now where they're doing everything, seemingly everything right. But it's been 10 years. I need to just go ahead and play something else. And not just make that my no life game, because it's been my no life game for a while. So yeah, I'm ready to play some other different things. I've got more than enough backlog, just even on the PlayStation. Like, there's no way I'm gonna there's no way, man. I still have to beat both Spider-Men. I still need to play Ghosts. I'm pretty sure I bought the collector pack at some point of Uncharted, which I did start when I bought it, but
Which
I
Uncharted?
don't remember. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh man, you've got such a tirade.
I've got
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
my
tirade
gosh.
is the right word.
That makes me want to
You've got-
replay those games. So good.
You have
Worth
so
it.
many good games to
Absolutely
play.
worth it. I think
Yeah,
the only one
those
I didn't
games-
finish was Lost Legacy. I don't think I ever finished that.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's not. It's the worst one of the 5.
And then
And that's
I
not
still
really
gotta
saying it's bad.
play-
Yeah.
I still have to do Horizon Forbidden West because I haven't done that yet.
Yeah,
Um,
2026. Yeah, right. 2029.
Now,
It'll be in the
when I
next
did
console
play
cycle.
Horizon Zero Dawn, like, I put Destiny down for a good 2 or 3 months to like do as much as I could in Horizon Zero Dawn. That game is awesome.
Yeah.
I still have to finish God of War.
2032.
Yeah, so like on just the PlayStation alone, I'm good. I could probably just stay down here and just do PlayStation stuff. But I think I'm gonna pull the old Ed Placencia and just put it on like baby mode and try to just like power through the story real quick and just to say that I beat it, I experienced the game.
No shame in that.
I have no shame in putting it on baby mode. Absolutely
See,
not.
I do. Like, it bothers me. I feel like I have to at least do it on like normal.
Well, sure. But if you're like, you know what, I'm gonna put it on baby mode for this boss. Yeah.
But yeah, if
do it
it's
all the
like a
time.
game that I just don't really like, if I'm just trying to hurry up and finish it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna put it on baby mode. That's how I ended up beating Jedi Survivor. I was like, I'm just putting this on baby mode. I don't care anymore.
That was a tough game, even on baby mode.
It was a tough game, which is now on Game Pass, which makes me very angry because I paid full price for it.
Oops.
Yeah, I was at GameStop and I wanted to buy it. It was like Jedi Survivor or Jedi games are all half off. And I was like, really? So I went to go pick up Jedi Survivor and I brought it up and I was like, hey, is this part of the sale? And he looks it up and it was not. It would have been like $20, $25. And so I was like, oh, that sucks. And then 2 weeks later, boom, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass right now. Diablo 4 is now on Game Pass, which
do you know, is Jedi Fallen Order, is that on Game Pass too?
It was
Fallen
for
Order?
a while, but I think that's gone.
I don't know.
Let's check it out.
It was
I
on
check
there
it.
for a while because that's how I played it.
I'll have to
originally.
double check, because if I can get James to play Fallen Order, then we can controller pass with Survivor.
That'll be a good game to controller pass on.
Yeah.
Both of those would be great.
Yeah, and I would go through the story of Fallen Order in a heartbeat. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Can't wait to see his reaction to the final boss fight.
Oh man,
because I don't think I can't remember if he saw me play it. So yeah,
I tried so hard to like do any amount of damage to him. He just kills you immediately.
That is correct.
So, just an FYI, if I'm reading this correctly, because I have the Game Pass app.
Yeah.
Survivor and Fallen Order are both PC only.
Really?
No,
I saw it
because
I saw it on the Xbox.
I have Survivor on. Wait, you say Fallen Order is PC only? Because I have Survivor that's on Xbox.
Do you? Okay, because it's only
Yeah.
labeled. I'm looking at the Game Pass app, and it just says PC. For both Survivor and Fallen Order.
Time to fact check.
Yeah, turn your Xbox on.
I'm just gonna turn it on.
I mean, if you got it,
straight to the source here.
Yeah,
I mean, if you got it, you got it.
Dashboard today. So it's
This is riveting podcast right here. Everybody is so excited that we're
I don't
watching
know.
Patrick.
I don't know if it's.
So Ryan, anything else you'd like to update us, or could we maybe pass the baton to someone since we've already got you going for 2035? Next time, Ryan's going to play a game with someone 2035. Okay, Marc Boucher, what's up with you? Please share with us your Earl, Iffle, and Iggle. That'd be great.
Absolutely great.
They list just in Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order are both on Game Pass.
Hey, there you go, Lucas.
There you go. Well, then the Game Pass app is wrong.
Liar.
That's not a surprise. Most of Microsoft's apps are just wrong.
Yep. Okay. So this past Thursday, in the ongoing saga of what's going on with Marc's health, so as you know, I've been dealing with some stomach pain and stuff like that, and we haven't been able to narrow down what exactly has been going on, and it's been long suspected that it was possibly my gallbladder. And they've done 3 ultrasounds and haven't seen anything. And so they're like, okay, well, we had to check off the boxes to get to this point, to get to this test. And it's what's called a HIDA scan. And a HIDA scan is basically where they inject a radioactive, like a gamma tracer.
Radioactive.
I was wanting to get the huge tom. But yeah, so they inject a radioactive tracer in your arm into your bloodstream, and they then put you under a machine that is able to view, and the tracker is glowing inside your body, so it's able to see it that way. And they track it through your bloodstream, and watch as it goes through your gallbladder and as it turns into bile and all that kind of stuff to see if
pass the popcorn.
Listen, you are the last person to be able to say that. Both you and Pat are the last people to be able to say that. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, they put me under the machine, and all I could think of the entire time was the 1970s Incredible Hulk, where they're putting him under this big machine, and Dr. David Banner is going through accidentally is overexposed to gamma radiation and all this kind of stuff as I'm under this machine. And so I had to sit there for a good 2 hours.
Did you at least ask, can I turn into the Hulk in here?
I did. I was like, I'm hoping I can turn into Hulk or Spider-Man. He's like, well, this is gamma radiation. I'm like, you are a nerd. That's amazing. So I had to sit there under the machine for 2 hours, and they had to monitor the machine. Basically took a picture every minute as this tracker would go through my.
It's like a time lapse.
Yeah, basically. And then after that, they had me get up for a few minutes, and then they injected this medicine into my bloodstream that basically mimics like a fatty meal, to see how my gallbladder would function in reaction to that.
So they blended up a Big Mac and
basically,
injected it into his body.
Yep.
Yum.
Yep.
Pass the popcorn.
It was great. So yeah, and then they had to do before and after photos of that. And so that was a thrilling experience to sit there for 2 hours and wait for them to do that. And then on the way back, I picked up my brand new spectacles. So I got new glasses.
Ooh.
So because
Nice.
Who are the spectacles by?
that is a wonderful question. I don't know the name. They were $25 with my insurance. So, I can't be mad at that. So yeah, so then so I see that, Pat. Look, you.
So if you search on the Game Pass, sorry, we're going back to Jedi Survivor right now. If you search on Game Pass, there are multiple search results for that. There's search results for
Because
PC
Game
and
Pass is
console.
stupid.
I mean, they're like, hey, if you want to play it on PC, here's the option to remote install. If you want to play it on console, here's the way to remote
well,
install.
that's my mistake then. My bad.
I was like, I'm just defending it.
No, it's not your bad. Game Pass design with them splitting it up the way that they do is
Well, I wasn't doubting if I
stupid.
was wrong. That was just initial looking. But yeah. So that was Thursday, and then Friday jumped into that old studio, the recording studio.
Hey.
So first off, we got together with the people who were going to be my quote unquote band, which is basically my brother-in-law, my soon-to-be brother-in-law, and somebody that used to play, a friend of mine that used to play keys at my church. So they're basically my band, and we got together and rehearsed one of the songs, and then started recording on Friday night, where we basically built the foundation on it. So we had to, because we only had the drummer for one night. He was only there Friday night. He couldn't be there Saturday. So we basically played one take together as kind of like a guide track, and then had the drums recorded that way. And then from there on Saturday, then we started recording piano. We recorded what's called a synth pad, which is basically that kind of ambient kind of sound that's underneath a lot of like worship music and stuff like that. That's very
Sounds like a ghost.
Well, it wasn't
Halloween.
quite. It wasn't like yeah.
I can't wait to hear these tracks, man.
Jesus loves you.
Yes, that's coming out Halloween 2024.
Turn it upside down and play it backwards.
Jesus Christ came back from the dead.
Play it backwards. Eat candy corn, little children. It's yummy and good for you.
Oh my gosh. So no, less spooky, more ethereal. But yeah, so we my gosh, Pat, goodness, stop it.
What did I do?
Oh no, sorry. I thought that was you.
That was howdy hey. Gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't
guys
do
not just
time.
Ignore some things and just continue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna click out of WhatsApp because it keeps making.
There you go. Just close it down. It's not worth it.
Yep. So yeah, so Saturday we recorded all that, and then we recorded both rhythm and lead guitar parts. Unfortunately, we didn't get to any of my vocal part, just because all of that took up the better part of like 5-6 hours. So I mean, but we're started. We're on the way. This is a huge answer to prayer. This is like months and months and months in the making. So I was pretty excited to be able to finally get in the studio and get things started. But yeah, it was awesome. It was an awesome, and it's a legit studio. Like he's got a full like mixing board set up with Pro Tools, which is like one of the premier what's called a digital audio workstation, or a DAW. DAW. That's like the big wigs use that. They either use Pro Tools or Logic.
What's he using?
He's using Pro Tools.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
But Logic is more
my
Mac
favorite
based.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't care for da. I like duh. That's my favorite.
The friend the friend of mine that is up in Charlotte that does music, he uses Pro Tools. He's been using Pro Tools for like forever.
Mhm.
He likes it more than I think he had Logic before on his Mac, but I think he ended up just using Pro Tools and stuck with that.
Yeah.
My friend, he uses MS Paint and
Sweet.
MySpace. It has a little drum set.
How does he get audio files into MS Paint?
He checks the rotary girder and just kind of shoves it in there.
Just a picture of an audio file.
Exactly. He's like, look at this.
It's not working. Okay. What's going on?
What? It's broken.
Welcome to your sports conversations.
Sports ball. Music ball.
Music ball.
I now understand.
But no, it was awesome being able to get that full experience. And even though it's like, small potatoes type independent studio, it was still really awesome because that's a dream.
So y'all tracked one entire song.
The name of this small studio, Small Potatoes.
I wish it was that.
That would be a cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, right.
Songs and Spuds. Spud song.
No.
They have like a bar in the back where they just make baked potatoes for everyone.
Yep, we got a full potato bar set up. Loaded baked potatoes.
Sounds awesome.
Scones.
Oh man, no! Small Potatoes needs to be the name of a food truck. So one of y'all get on that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now, if it's a potato truck, it's all about the ingredients. We have a restaurant here in Brazil called Baked Potato, and it's in pretty much every mall, and they only sell baked potatoes.
What an original name.
Yeah, they worked real hard on that. It's all about the toppings, the ingredients.
Yeah. Is there bacon?
It's got to be. You have to have bacon.
No, bacon is our bacon. We have bacon in everything here too.
Okay,
it's awesome.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
baked potatoes are vanilla. Like it's just
back in the day when I could actually eat most of what you would put on a baked potato. Mm-hmm. I would get like bacon. I would get sour cream. Sometimes, this not at the same time as sour cream, but sometimes, and this might be weird. Sometimes I would put ranch dressing on baked potatoes.
Okay.
Sure,
I've heard of that.
Fine. Yeah,
solid choice.
I grew up with that, and sometimes you put maybe some chives on there, some cheese, grated cheese on there.
Yeah, keep going.
I know, right? My mouth is watering.
And then,
technically,
right, Patrick. So Small Potatoes food truck opening win
right now
on it.
But no, it was an awesome time, and it was good to be hanging out with all the guys in the team, and the engineer is like stereotypical like awkward engineer with the full dad jokes, and like he's got like the super long hair, like he's from the early 90s and loves like classic rock and alt rock bands, like just that
sounds good.
Type of engineer guy.
He's like, dude, are we gonna lay some tracks or what, dude?
Yeah, basically. A little
less,
but yes, same.
What was his name? Todd? Because that might be my friend.
It was not Todd. It was John.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, it was an awesome experience, and I'm excited to keep doing it, keep the ball rolling. And so to merge it a little bit with Eagle with some In God Life, I then took that same song and got to introduce it to our church, which was awesome. Ooh. And I'll be leading it next weekend, because that's what I typically do with new songs, is I'll introduce it as like special music, so that way it gives them a chance to hear it for the first time and actually somewhat learn it, and then I'll put it in a regular set the following week, so that way they can learn it some more. And then
do you guys do like a Thursday night service or anything like that?
We don't.
We're test out stuff like that.
We're real, again, small potatoes. we're a very small church, so we don't have. I mean, they have Tuesday night Bible study and youth group, but they don't have like another service. We only have one service.
We do a Thursday night, like Thursday night live, where they record basically the band and the message to put online.
Yeah.
So that's usually where they'll test out like new songs and stuff like that.
Sure.
And then if they don't like how it fit, or if it wasn't like really the right song for the right moment, they'll just cut it out and they'll like put in a different song because they've recorded so many different songs now.
Sure.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
I was just curious.
Yeah, no, unfortunately we've got 50 people on a good day. So it's a very small church. So yeah, it's Sunday or bust basically. But yeah, no, it was great to be able to give that song life in the studio, and then also where it was meant to be done, which is in the local church. So I was excited to release that and give it wings and everything, and hopefully people respond well when we lead it next this coming Sunday. So I'll let you know how it goes. But that's pretty much a combination Earl and Eagle side of things. But also I watched a couple of shows. So this past weekend, of course, it was May the 4th, Star Wars Day. And unfortunately, since I was recording, I did not watch anything on Star Wars Day, but I did watch.
Did you wear a Star Wars shirt?
Sadly, I did not.
I absolutely wore. I remember what I wore to the Brandon Lake concert. Now I had on a Star Wars shirt that had like all the original trilogy on it. It was like Star Wars, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi all on it. So
nice.
I was like, yeah, nice. I gotta wear Star Wars on Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family and I were eating breakfast, and we're like, it was that was Saturday, right?
Yep.
If memory serves. And we were eating breakfast, and we're like, it's May the 4th. We gotta put on our Star Wars gear. So the wife and I went and we changed our shirts. I wore a sequel trilogy shirt
costume?
with yes, I did. I had the honey buns, ears, and
now it's got to be the Leia when she was captured by
Well, yeah, I had the gold bikini on. It was a shirt. It was a shirt with the gold bikini on it. So just like Patrick's
I don't put that
shirt
past
that he
you, that you
suggested.
actually
Mark
have that shirt.
Well, you have to come visit for me to prove if it's true.
So no, I did not wear a shirt on Star Wars Day. However, I did watch Star Wars stuff on Star Wars Day weekend. So Disney put out a series of short episodes that are CGI animated. So very Clone Wars Rebels-esque, very much a Filoni production. And it's called Tales of the Empire. Last year they did Tales of the Jedi. And so this year
I missed that one this year.
Yeah, so this year they did Tales of the Empire, and so it's kind of split up into two different. There were 6 episodes. They're about 20 minutes each, and they're split up into 2 different story arcs. The first one is based on Morgan Elsbeth, which is the
witch lady that fights
the Night Sister from the show you don't care about.
We care about it.
Yeah, you care.
Don't like it.
Yeah. It's from
I
Ahsoka.
care about it. I care about all the characters.
Technically, she was from Mandalorian too, because she was on Mando.
She was. That's where they introduced her.
Yeah.
In a fantastic episode where I think then at that episode they brought Ahsoka to live action for the first time.
She did, or they did.
I still haven't watched the last season of Mando either, man. I'm slipping.
What's wrong with you? Get your life together. Figure it out.
Too much content to watch, man. There's too many things.
Turn off Destiny 2. That's your problem. Turn it off and you'll get like 20 hours a week of free time.
Probably
if not more.
But I don't want.
Yeah.
But my vault. I need to clean my vault.
So yeah, the first 3 episodes were basically backstory on her and her joining the Empire and everything like that. And then shoot, and of course I'm blanking on this former Jedi's name. She was in Clone Wars, and she was arrested by Anakin Skywalker, and I guess she was kind of the reason why Ahsoka got framed in that show.
Yes.
It's
Her name was
she
Karen.
wasn't major enough that her name stuck. She was
what
I
is
can't
it?
remember.
I'm gonna pull it up.
She has like little markings on her face and greenish toned skin.
Her name was
Jedi.
Lemmy. Speak to the manager. That's what her name was.
That's a great name.
Was it Karen?
Barriss.
Karen the Jedi?
Barriss Offee. Is that her name? That is her name.
Barriss.
Yeah.
Karen Offee? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
That is her name. And so tells her story of spoilers. If you haven't watched it, skip like a minute or two of her becoming an inquisitor. Yeah. So, and that whole kind of story where they go from there with that. So it was overall, I mean, there were some things I didn't care for, but otherwise, like for the most part, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good for what it was. They were really short episodes, and each episode kept me wanting to watch the next one.
These are 3D, you said?
Yeah, they're CGI animated. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and all written, directed by, well, at least directed by Dave Filoni. So yeah, good quality stuff, I would say. So if you want to go check it out, unless you don't like Ahsoka, then don't check it out.
I like Ahsoka.
Is there lots of staring? Because so far the animated has not stared like the live action.
Yeah, they do not.
They actually know how to edit it. Amazing.
But yeah, no,
There's a lot of staring in Ahsoka.
Dude, so bad.
No,
So
we are
bad.
not getting into that.
Oh,
Nope.
I still like Ahsoka, though.
You brought it up.
There's a lot of staring, but I still
This is
thought
the only thing I have to say. Are you ready?
Yeah. So anyway, that was not the only thing that I watched this weekend.
What else did you watch?
I
Marcus?
watched the first episode of Knuckles, which is
Oh yeah, I forgot
about that.
yeah.
How was it?
Wait, that's not supposed to be a movie. It's a show.
It's a
It's a
show.
show.
It is on
Yeah.
Paramount
Wow.
Plus.
I totally
Yeah.
thought that was a movie.
That's why I didn't watch Knuckles, because it's on Paramount Plus, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Vote with
it
your
is-
wallet, sir.
Well, they have free trials. Just saying.
I've used it. I'm not.
Ah,
I don't feel like making another email just to.
you accidentally used it when they released the Halo series.
I think
Yeah.
so, actually.
Yep.
That's a
same.
waste.
And I watched
Yep.
the first episode of Halo, and I was like, "This is garbage." I'm not
Good old
doing
Garbage.
Good old Master Cheeks.
Master Cheeks.
Yeah. Way more than I wanted to see of him. But anyway, no, the first episode of Knuckles, which I mean, if you liked Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, both of those movies, you will like
Yeah.
Knuckles.
Nice.
It is very much in that vein. Spoilers. Sonic and Tails are in the episode,
What? I
Yeah.
would never have
What?
guessed.
in the first episode. That's about all I'll
That's
say.
crazy. That's crazy, dog.
Yep. And of course, Knuckles, again, played by the wonderful Idris Elba.
Oh, he did actually. I thought they would have got someone to just.
Nope.
replace
All
it for
the voice
TV
actors
show.
that in the movies, they played their respective roles.
That's dope.
So
Was James Marston in episode 1?
I don't think he was. It was actually I know the wife was. I'm trying to remember if James Marsden was. I can't remember.
Hmm.
But he actually goes off with another Knuckles goes off with another side character That will
He
be
went off with
basic.
the cop, right? The super
Yes.
stupid cop.
Yes,
Yeah.
Wade Whipple.
Yeah. Good old Whipple.
Yep. And so yeah, I enjoyed it. I've only watched the first episode so far, but it was enjoyable. Like I said, if you like Sonic and Sonic 2, both those movies, you will like Knuckles. So, and that is
How much product placement is in Knuckles in that first episode?
like what do you mean product placement?
I saw an article saying something about Doritos. It's like in there heavily.
Yes, he is eating. He is.
We will
eating a
not
bag of
sell
Doritos.
out to corporate sponsors.
The new Doritos Locos Taco, please get Taco Bell.
It's hilarious because he's like, yes, I like these Cool Ranch. I must find more of these. But I think that's about it. That's about all I can think of. But no, I enjoy the episode, so I will continue to watch it. And then Iffle side of things, back to Fortnite, just moving the needle on that and having fun with that. Although I think I may, since I have not played through Hellblade Senua's is it Sacrifice? Senua's Sacrifice?
Senua's Sacrifice.
Because Senua's Saga comes out later this month, right?
Extremely soon.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Extremely soon.
So I need to play through that before it comes out.
Sure.
So I may be doing that. And I'm also considering buying I want to buy a Game Boy Color because I loved Game Boy Color growing up. And I don't know, I've had a hankering to play some Pokemon. And of course, it's not on Nintendo Switch Online because they're stupid. So, well, or maybe they're smart, depending on who you ask.
Money.
Yeah, lots of money. Yeah, I want to get a Game Boy Color, and it has to be the Atomic Purple because that's the one I had growing up, and to me, that's the coolest one out of all of them. Because
dude, that was like, I remember when it went color. It was
The
probably
Atomic
how
Purple
people
one was
felt
cool.
when they went from black and white TV to color TV. Like
Yeah.
playing a Game Boy, looking at what the Game Boy looked like, it was like playing a Etch-a-Sketch in motion. Like just the
why is everything so green?
The grayish
Didn't the original-
green, the grayish green lines. Like
Didn't
then
the
go to color. It
original
was
Game
like,
Boy
wow.
take like D batteries? I felt like it took D batteries.
No,
it
it
didn't
took
take
doubles.
D.
It was like
Double
8
A's.
double A's though.
8
Yeah.
C's. It's like they weighed 5.5 pounds.
You carry around a generator with you.
It was a literal brick.
Hang on, guys, I gotta
Okay.
play some Super
Fire that
Mario.
baby
Land.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Gotta
The
Grab it.
weed whacker connected to you.
But
I
even
can't
with,
hear
Game Boy.
anything. I can't hear it.
but even with the Game Boy Color, you still couldn't play it at night. Like you either had to get one of those
you
like
couldn't.
those,
You had to
like,
get that
lights,
stupid little light thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
That's why
you
Game
had,
Gear, was awesome with its 20 AAA batteries.
is there like an Amber Alert?
Uh-oh.
going
Amber
on?
Alert.
Means I'm
There
about to
is
get in a
a
second.
tornado warning
the
in
latest?
this area. And it says take shelter now in the basement. Well, I'm
Well,
You're in
there
the
you go.
basement.
You're good to go.
My wife is
Sorry about the rest
outside-
of your family.
My wife is outside watching the lightning storm because she loves storms. So
Oh, man,
I
that's the
am
best.
expecting her to get the same. And she'll be down here in a minute. If not, I will be leaving here in like 2 minutes to go get her.
Okay, cool.
You're like,
But,
get inside, lady.
Yep. But that's pretty much it. Pour moi.
All right. Hi, Patrick.
Hey,
Do you like to
Now that
update us before you get your wife, or do you want to go get
I
your
know.
wife first, then update us?
I tell you what, Lucas, why don't you go? And let me go check out the
Mix
family
her
out.
up. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll be
Bye.
right back.
Okay. See ya. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Take your phone with you. Nope, there she is.
There you
Oh,
go.
there! Look at that! Like
Yeah.
clockwork. Here comes the fam. Here
Everybody.
comes the
Literally
Nova
everybody.
Cells.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey,
Welcome.
Nova Cells in the house. Welcome. Tornado time.
Well,
or no
hopefully we
tornado
won't
time.
actually get a
hopefully.
tornado.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm hoping a tornado warning or tornado watch. Which one is which?
Warning
Watch
is
is
worse.
Warning.
Watch
Warning.
Oh no, you're right.
is
Warning is worse.
rotation.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Warning
Spotted.
is. Warning means that something's been spotted.
That's not-
Watches
Rotation
all
has been
the
spotted.
somewhere.
Watches the chance of
Conditions.
a tornado. Yeah, the
Watches
conditions
the
of a
conditions
tornado
are there, but nothing's
yeah.
happened yet.
Okay, so they said the for the next 20 something minutes, it's going to be a tornado warning. So
All right.
we will see.
So somewhere near
So-
you, a funnel cloud.
I hope I don't lose.
rotation is happening.
I hope I don't lose internet. I hope.
All right,
hope you
go
don't
ahead. Give your update.
If I lose internet, okay, I'll go down.
You gotta
So
get-
yeah, here we go on the Eagle side, or the Iffle side, or the Arrow side. I don't know what to do. So Star Wars over the weekend, Star Wars Day. I watched Force Awakens. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like they don't like the new trilogy. I don't know. I love it. I love all Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I enjoy.
Not
it.
all Star Wars, you animated hater.
I mean, I'll watch them begrudgingly,
you?
and I'll make fun of them.
Have you watched
Yes, you
Visions
will.
yet?
You should
I-
watch Visions. Visions was awesome.
Visions is actually-
Which one is Visions?
They're the short episodes that are like animated.
So basically,
that's-
they're anime. So
Why would you even recommend that? I don't understand.
Because you
You
said you
know
like
me.
all things Star Wars.
I like all things Star Wars. Why would you recommend that? I don't like
So-
those.
Caveat it has to be real people.
Oh,
real
yeah,
people
Star
drew 'em,
Wars.
Okay.
Star Wars is so based in reality. Thank you.
So just
It
to
is.
say,
It's
Star Wars
It's
Visions.
in the future, somehow in the past as well.
Star Wars Visions is
don't make
basically
enough
like a
sense.
bunch of different animators doing Star Wars in different art styles. That's what Visions
That.
is.
Okay.
So-
Patrick didn't even listen to what you said. but that's
I mean,
fine. Just
I'll
carry on.
All
right,
You heard the
Patrick.
word
I don't-
animators.
I watched-
Go.
Hold on. Let me turn on my ears again. Here we go.
Yeah, I watched Force Awakens.
too.
Go.
All right. So I watched Force Awakens. It wasn't the only movie I watched this past weekend. I watched Godzilla -1.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The Japanese.
And I watched it because I know, Ryan, that you had seen it. And
Yes.
so I turn it on and I'm like, oh, okay, Japanese subtitles. Cool. That's a cool beginning. All right.
I didn't know it was going to be like that.
All right.
either.
All right. Cool. All right. 30 minutes in, still Japanese subtitles. All right. Okay. All right. An hour in, still Japanese subtitles. I'm like, okay, this is a foreign film right here.
Yep.
This is not English.
Yeah, just so you
I
know, they don't tell
100%
you.
Yeah, no, they do not. Like they
They don't.
straight up don't. Like you don't know until you go in there and you're like, oh, there's subtitles. Okay.
Patrick, just so you know, the -1 is minus Godzilla. So it's just Japanese people talking with subtitles. So I hope you enjoy it.
And they're all running.
Yeah. You
But
can
it was cool.
imagine Godzilla.
It was a cool story. I enjoyed it, even though it was subtitles. Very good story. I loved how they connected what happened with the main character and his
Mhm.
trajectory
Easy, Ellie.
through it
Calm
all.
down.
Ellie's getting excited. She's
like,
she hears the
"Godzilla!"
thunder. I don't know, or maybe because
the
we're all
thunder
down here, she thinks, "Oh, it's
rolls.
party time. It's party time." But yeah, the main character of Godzilla -1, how it all connects from the beginning of the movie all the way to the end. It was incredible. If you
Yes.
like Godzilla, you got to see this movie. It's that good. If it got me to watch an entire movie in subtitles, that means it's pretty good. So, I
What'd you
recommend
think
that
of
one.
the atomic breath scenes whenever he did it?
It was epic. It was epic. The way Godzilla charges up the
It's
gamma
so cool.
ray or whatever, it's
So
so cool. And they don't do it just once; they do it multiple times. And each time, I'm like, oh.
Hey, if anybody. Uh-oh.
You're like a Frenchman.
Did you
Oh,
hear a
I
train?
don't know, just
Oh.
hear some sounds outside through my headphones,
Okay.
and it's must be loud.
Do
It's
you
rumbly.
hear a train?
Choo choo.
No.
It would be like
that,
it
but
would be like a loud.
the rumbling of like a train going down the track. If you
Oh
hear
no,
that,
no.
there's a tornado.
As we
Yeah.
nervously laugh about it. Okay,
Yeah,
continue on, Patrick.
Pray for me.
Yeah.
Hard to
So the daughter and I, we watched Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm so glad that we watched all the other Spider-Man movies,
Yep.
especially Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, because
What a
it made
payoff.
No Man's Sky, No Way Home so much better.
Spider-Man, No Man's Sky.
That's like
Spider-Man 2099.
Planet rating.
Yeah. So yeah, she enjoyed that one. That's a great movie. And it's the way that, because we watched all Spider-Man movies within the course of a couple months, I was watching it, and I don't know, because there was such a short time between the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield movies and No Way Home. Maybe I need to play No Man's Sky. I don't know. But it didn't hit. Maybe, I don't know if it's because it's just multiple time I've seen this movie. I don't know. I feel like it hit so much harder because we had to wait so long for the Tobey Maguire to get back into the spider suit and all that stuff. But yeah. And then Friday night, the wife and I also had a date night.
Ooh.
And we went to go see the new Ryan Gosling movie, The Fall Guy.
Ooh,
And
okay.
it is an action romantic comedy, and it was good. It was really, really good. Very, very stupid. It felt like it was aware of how stupid it was, but I laughed hard at this movie.
Did you go in with like low expectations?
No, I didn't. I wanted to see this movie. I thought it looked good. The trailers looked good, and it was pretty solid.
Do you know it was an adaptation?
Yes, yeah. There was a part at the end of the movie where they like panned in on a guy's face. I'm like, oh, he's probably from the original show.
Yep.
So I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty solid. We walk in, and I don't know if this happens to you, but whenever I go to the movies, I never run into anybody, that I know. And so we get there, and our church pastor is there with his entire family, seeing the Fall Guy as well. Nice. So run into him, and then so we watched the movie, and then as we're leaving, my buddy Chris is there with his wife and another couple as we're walking out. So I'm like, we're all in the same theater, which is, I don't know, it was weird.
Get out of here, Troy.
So yeah, so I watched a few movies this past week. Because of that, not much gaming. I didn't play any retro gaming. Like I have the PS3, the Xbox 360, PS2. I have all these things. Tim getting me these games, and I don't know why, but I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I was feeling though? Madden 18 was in my mind, and I don't know why. I wanted to play the long shot story mode from Madden 18. I don't know. I remember playing it back 8 years ago, and so I just replayed that.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird. I'm like, I don't know. Just got the feeling of wanting to play that game. So,
rewind real quick. Do you have a rating for Fall Guy?
A. It's an A.
A.
Yeah.
What about for Godzilla?
It's also an A.
A.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Solid weekend showings.
All right.
Sometime this past week, I can't remember, but I was playing with Fortnite with Marc and Justin and Tim, and we played. Didn't get any wins, and then Marc and Tim jump off, and Justin and I played a couple games. We didn't get any wins, and then we're like, "You want to play some Apex?" So we're like, "Okay." We're like,
here we go.
I was like, I don't know if I want to go back to Apex. So I was like, I'll tell you what. If we win this match in Fortnite, we'll go play Apex. And so we drop at Brawler's Battleground, and I'm like, and he goes down immediately. I'm like, or maybe I go down immediately. Which one of us go down immediately? I'm like, well, I guess we're not playing Apex.
Going to bed.
Yes,
not
So
too bad.
I reboot him, or he reboots me, and we get all the way to the end, and we end up winning the game. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I could not believe we just won this. So I was like, well, I guess it's Apex time. So we jump over to Apex. And we haven't played Apex in a couple months. And I tell you what, the difference between playing Apex and Fortnite is like night and day. Fortnite's like fun, it's ho hum. If you die, oh well, you're back at the game in a minute. It's very, very fun and easygoing kind of game. Yes, it can get kind of crazy sometimes, but that's only sometimes. Apex is like that all the time. And so we jump into Apex, and I'm like, my hands are like all the Fortnite, buttons and all that stuff. So I'm pressing things that are all the wrong buttons, just kind of getting in the swing of things. And so we die almost immediately in the first match. The second match, we're like, okay, we're getting back into it. We're kind of understanding, remembering how to play again. And we get maybe like top 10 or something like that. Third game, we're like, I think this is it. So we play, we get like, I don't know, 15th place. And Mark, I don't know if you remember this, but we play the game where you play and try to until you can no longer get a higher place than your previous match.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, okay, let's play the game. And we played it. And the next game, we got to win. And so I was like, man, we got Fortnite and Apex wins on the same night. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Justin's blowing me up right now trying to play Apex tonight because the new season dropped. I'm like, oh no, what have you done? And so my hands after playing Apex were sore because I'm not used to like that much, because it's been a couple months of my hands going that fast, and I was trying to.
You got Fortnite flabby.
Like I started, my hands started to sweat, and when I game, my hands don't sweat, but my hands started to sweat. Like it's like working out for the first time after you've not been working out for a while. That's what it felt like. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta like do some stretches or something like that. So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna try a little Apex tonight after we record, and we'll see what happens. On the Earl side of
comfort game, it's okay.
Yeah,
that means I won't see him for another 2 months or more.
I think it's going to be more of like, hey, Mark's on or Tim's on, let's just play Fortnite, you know. And if it's just Justin and I, we may like hop back and forth. I mean, right now, I've already finished the battle pass in Fortnite, so I'm like, okay, I got it all. I'll do the challenges for the Star Wars events and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm already finished, so I don't need to like
at the end of it.
Yeah. I don't need to grind or anything. So we'll see. On the Earl side of things, the only thing of note this past week is my daughter was inducted into the National Junior Honor Society. Yeah.
Congrats.
So Claire, we're clapping for her right now.
Yeah,
golf
they're
clap.
clapping for you, Claire, right now. She's clapping for herself. We're clapping for you.
Don't clap for yourself. That gets you kicked
she's
out
clapping,
of the NHS.
She's clapping for you, thanking you for clapping for her.
All right, we accept that. She's back in. She's back in.
Accept your terms.
Hey, quick story. When I joined the NHS, my class was notoriously known for messing up the induction ceremony. We got to the stage. We did the like raise your right hand. And I probably was one of a handful of students that did this right. The rest did it wrong. They said, okay, I state your name. And a number of people said, I state your name. And it's like, are you kidding me? You're kicked out. Yeah. You're not in the group. You're out. You're out.
It's the first time they're doing it. So I understand them saying that, but it's like,
come on, guys.
The National
aren't you the
Honor
smart ones?
Society?
Aren't you the smart ones?
Yeah, state your name.
Yeah. So it was cool. So
cool,
the criteria wasn't just, hey, sir,
you quiet down, Ellie.
Hey,
sir, no back talk.
So what?
Nothing.
Oh, so what I found out is it's not just for 8th grade, because she's graduating 8th grade in a couple weeks. The criteria was academics from 7th grade all the way through the third semester or third quarter of 8th grade. So long timeline, along with character and leadership. So she was one of several folks in her class to be nominated. So it was really cool. Really proud dad moment.
Nice.
And,
yeah, that's about it for me. How about you, Lucas?
Okay, how about I?
How's it
How about
lovely
I
for me?
share a little story? All right, so let's start with Iffle. I have a list of Iffle here, so buckle up yourselves. First of all, I am currently current and watching and loving X-Men 97.
Very nice.
So
with my
is
son.
have all the episodes come out,
No,
or
they
do
release
come
them
out
every
They're still
Wednesday.
releasing like weekly. Yeah.
How
This
and how
last
many are
episode's
there?
Like a 3-part
I think
finale.
there's 6 or
It's like
7.
seven right now. I want to say
7 right now.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
Oh man, I after watching the one movie I didn't mention was Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, and when Professor X shows up and that music plays,
Oh,
we were
man,
watching it
that
on
music.
with subtitles that says X-Men 97 theme playing, and I'm like,
Dude,
do I
that
need
song-
to I need to
Just
watch
listen.
this?
You don't even got to watch the whole episode. Just listen to it for like a nostalgia kick. Just
the
the
theme
intro.
song never
It's-
gets old. It's possibly the
just
best
there.
theme song ever. Like, it's just the intro. Everything about it is just like, I just listen to it over and over again.
And I
It's-
just love that they added that drum fill at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good. And even in what I like about the intro for you, I think, Mark, you're watching it?
I have watched the first episode. I've been really bad about finishing series. Like I have not
That's
finished
true. You like to
Fallout.
do the binging, right?
Yeah,
You're just like nothing, binge it all.
yeah. I just for some reason lately,
That's
like
fair.
I haven't finished Fallout. I haven't finished X-Men 97. I
Haven't
never
started
finished
Fallout.
Loki. Like
Oh
Just
man,
didn't finish
you need to
it
pull your
either.
life. You need to drop the Fort Nestiny. You and Ryan, get your lives together.
Look, man, these are our
Look,
comfort
man,
games.
this is what's going
okay?
on, man. Okay,
Cartman.
How many times did you
All right.
delete and reinstall Marvel Snap, sir?
Hey, that's behind me. Okay.
don't confuse the issue with facts.
I am 6 months clean. Thank you very much. As of this past Saturday.
Hi,
6
my
months
name is
clean.
proud of you.
Lucas.
I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
Thank you. I never thought I'd be clean. I re-downloaded that stupid game so many times. Oh man, you just had to bring that up. No, it's all good.
Now you're gonna Marvel
I should
Snap.
have more. I should have more empathy. You're right. I'm sorry. I love you guys.
No, you're fine, dude.
But you're
That's
missing out on the good stuff. This whole one episode, and
Yeah.
you gotta pull it together. But yeah, so the X-Men 97 is just. I think I
There's
described
9 episodes, by the way.
9 now. Okay, it's so
the last
good.
one
Like
came out,
it's
or
this
it
is
comes
like
out tomorrow.
this has been the golden age of animated stuff for me because between X-Men 97 and Bluey, like I'm just loving life, and I'm watching it with my family. Sometimes even my wife gets sucked in watching the X-Men show with us. She suffered through a lot of the episodes of the original series, which I've talked about ad nauseum, so I won't say much except that the screaming and the voice acting has not aged well. However, one thing that's different in the new one from the old one, this new one has stakes. Like not like stakes. It has like people dying, coming back, people like you don't know what hero's going to turn, what hero's going to show up, what villain's going to show up. There's some characters that weren't in the original series. There's some that show up that just having watched all the old stuff really pays off to where it's just so good. Like it's like Game of Thrones in the MCU. Like I've loved it. So been enjoying watching that. My son and I are now that we're up to speed, watching one episode a week is not good. So we booted up that old Midnight Suns. So we're playing that. I don't know if we'll stick with it. James has never done he's watched me play card-based games. He's watched me play turn-based games. He's played a little bit himself with like, what's that XCOM Mario game? Rabbids Mario Kingdom.
Oh yeah, the
Battles.
Rabbids.
He's played a little bit. I think he's more of an action-based guy. He's much more active. He's a
Be right back, my
sprinter.
wife's calling.
It's all good. So I don't know if he'll stick with it. It does, and this will go into another part of my IFL update, but it does go into like witchcraft and stuff a lot, which we've watched the Doctor Strange stuff and all that, and you get it in small doses and it's fine. But that's probably like for our family and just the things we watch. Like Harry Potter is a very much an exception to that rule, because Harry Potter is like very fake witchcraft. That's for entertainment value, but like this gets into more like just realish kind of, and being in a country that like has a lot of spiritists and witchcraft in real life. We've definitely been more sensitive to it over the years, living here in Brazil. But we're enjoying it for now. It's kind of cartoony, so it's okay. But
what game is this?
Midnight Suns.
Oh, okay.
The main villain, which weirdly enough, I think the main villain is the main villain for Diablo 4, also Lilith, the demon lady.
Really?
Yeah, same exact villain. It's just
Crossover.
it's like the Marvel version, whereas Diablo 4 is like the more medieval, traditional version of Lilith.
Right.
But in keeping with the theme of witchcraft, speaking of, Hades 2 has gotten an early access release, and I think some people in our community have played it. Patrick's waiting for an ending to be released with it, and before he's going to try it out.
Because the last time I played Hades for a week, or two, I was up until 4 a.m. playing that game because I couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to do the same thing, because I feel like I would do the same thing and then get to the end and then have no resolution, or I would just be deflated. So I'm gonna wait until they add that in.
Yeah, it's a wise move. If I play it, I'm gonna wait till it's a full console release. But I'm gonna want to look at a lot of reviews, listen to you guys, see what you think. I'm still, like I talked about with Marvel Snap, in general, I'm 6 months in of just not playing games on my own. It's not it's a genuine, I don't have any interest. And I loved Hades, favorite game of all time. This one, the more I watch it, it seems like more Hades, which is cool, but it leans more into the witchcraft side of things. And it's, I don't know. I need to see more, hear more, read more to figure out if it's worth it. And it's something that
I don't know if it's going to hit the same as
I don't
Hades
know that
1.
it is either. It's
for
gonna be
you
hard.
and the
Yeah, for
story.
me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm like 50-50 right now, kind of borderline, but I'm paying attention and letting you guys kind of help me gauge if it's worth it or not. But yeah, so that's kind of weird, just because everybody who knows I loved Hades is like, Lucas, you ready? You watching? You gonna play? And I'm just like, I don't know. So it is what it is. It's all good.
We'll circle back. We'll circle back to that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still something that I'm, even 6 months later, I'm trying to figure out what it looks like to still enjoy games. And right now I'm enjoying it with James, and yeah. So the games we've played and the things we've done. In other fake
Have
life
y'all
stuff.
played It Takes Two together? Have y'all played It Takes Two?
No,
yeah.
I played it with Patrick. I wouldn't play it with James.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's
not quite there.
Yeah.
It like talks
Yeah.
about divorce, and it gets a little crazy.
It does get a little dark. I beat
they
it with
got some-
Kingston, and
they got some mouths on them a little bit
Like
too.
It
so-
gets a little annoying.
Oh gosh, and then the love book. Yeah.
don't subject your
Get
son
rid
to
of
that
it,
guy.
Ishashi.
Yeah, and my son doesn't need any encouragement in that realm. He's already swooning over some classmates and writing poems and poetry. I can't go any further because that would be invading his, that's his story to tell someday if he ever has a podcast or wants
You
to talk
tell
about
him
it.
to come
But-
downstairs right now.
We haven't had a guest on in a few months.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's
that's
time.
true. That's true. Maybe it's overdue. In other fake life, as I alluded to, we finally have watched every single episode of Bluey. We went on a little, like a dozen
Even the
episode
YouTube version,
direct.
the YouTube episode.
Yes, sir. And I loved.
I loved
I
it
forgot
too.
to watch the YouTube one.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
I'll do that after this.
I can kind of see why they didn't put it on Disney Plus because it might be confusing for kids, and it would definitely instigate some discussions between kids and parents, which I think is necessary. But at the same time, some people are very iffy about those discussions. But I love the episode. Like,
yeah, they would have control that conversation.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I thought it was great. And in fact, I love all the new episodes. Finally got to watch all the new episodes. I would say probably my favorite of the new episodes was the dragon episode where they're all drawing dragons.
Yeah,
the whole story that ensues. I love that. And then of course, like the ending, all about family, and definitely brought a tear to my some of the just the things they don't outright say stuff sometimes. They just hint at it, and it's just enough. It's very touching. And so that was good. Dragon episode was really good. The sign episode was really cool. It was a 30-minute episode, 28 minutes to be exact. It was almost perfect, but I felt like they kind of they did like a 180 right at the end that I was like, you know what, you should have committed. I felt like, without giving any spoilers away, I expected some things to go a certain direction. I was like, really? You didn't? You just like, it was like it didn't even happen. So
I love.
Part of me that was a
little
disappointed.
Was awesome how there was a reason all these things happened.
Oh yeah, no, that part was awesome. Like I loved the we'll see.
Yeah, the we'll see thing was
like the we'll see thing was just like bad luck, good luck. Is this working out? Is this not going to work out? We'll see. Like I love that mentality. Like that to me is a very divine way of seeing things. Like that's how God does stuff.
Yeah.
Like bringing beauty from ashes and all that. Like I love that. No, it was more just I wanted to continue the.
You wanted them to sell that.
I honestly, so if you're really into spoilers for this, you can skip ahead a minute. I wanted Rad and Floofy. What's the girl's name?
Frisky.
I wanted them to buy the house, and I wanted them.
That would have been cool.
Like they decide, okay, we're gonna actually not move away, and then we're gonna buy the house, and then you're gonna. So with that episode, and then the next one of surprise, I do want to know, and this is another spoiler, but at the end of that episode, there's a little puppy outside the door with the ball. Which I wanted that toy. The ball gun toy. I wanted that. I want that toy. Like it was endless amounts of tennis balls. It was like, like it was really cool. But anyways, was that their surprise child, or was that Bluey's child? Like I couldn't tell whose kid that was.
Okay, so Bluey subreddit of Bluey was lit up after that episode.
It could be Bluey's.
People are trying to. I think people have deduced that it is Bluey and Mackenzie's kid because, like, one of the ears.
Who's Mackenzie?
Like, the black and white.
Oh, okay.
What is he?
Yeah, because they have an episode where they're like mean to each other the whole episode, and then they realize they're like.
Yeah. They think it's that.
All right.
But everyone wants it to be Bluey and Jean-Luc's baby.
Right, Jean-Luc, yes. Oui, Bluey.
Hello, Bluey.
Hello, Bluey. Yeah. All right.
Really? Jean-Luc? No way. Why do people want that? Just because
they had
that moment.
That moment.
They had that it was the summer romance.
Yeah, why would they want that? Oh my gosh.
Mark.
That was one of the first episodes you made me watch.
That's right.
Mark, just watch Bluey. Just
I tried. I started.
How far did you get?
I it's okay so far. Like I haven't gotten like I guess hooked. Like I see the appeal of it, but I just haven't finished. Haven't finished series.
Yeah,
that's fair.
So
that one would be harder I'd imagine it could be harder to like really hook you because
and I'm not a dad, so
and really when you're a dad, it'll hit way different.
Yeah,
it does. It hits different.
You can put a pin in that one if you want to.
You can borrow one of my children for forever if you'd like.
Oh gosh,
no, I'm good.
Nope. All right. The last ifl thing I want to share is I watched the next 2 episodes of Chosen season 4 in theaters.
In
We
theaters?
went to
Oh, that's right. That's in
Cinema Mark.
theaters.
I'm
So
so
they're
jealous.
finally Brazil stepped up their game. So I had told you guys like a month and a half ago. I watched episode 1 and 2. It was good, but then we heard nothing, and we had no idea. Okay, when's episode 3 and 4, 5 and 6? So now for the next 2 weeks, they're doing 3 and 4. Then 2 weeks after that, 5 and 6, and then 2 weeks after that, 7 and 8. So by the beginning of June, we will have watched all of season 4. And I tell you what, they notched it up in episodes 3 and 4. I will give no spoilers, but I will tell you that by the end of episode 4, it took all my man strength to not burst into tears and bawl my eyes out in the theater.
Oh
I
yeah.
I was, as Bingo would say, I was busting, except with my eyeballs. Like I wanted to cry so hardcore. It just, dude, it brings you into a perspective of the Son of God that you don't 100% get when you read the Gospels. But when you watch these episodes and then you look back at what you know from the Gospels and the things that Jesus faces, it's like it makes so much sense. And on top of this, I'm going through some of these struggles with people at work, with students, my job as a chaplain. Like there's this things that I'm just, I connected so much with what Jesus was going through. And at the same time, in the midst of the struggle of what, Jesus's purpose and goal was in giving his life and teaching, teaching the ways of an upside down kingdom, there's some beautiful moments in episode 3 and 4 that, again, I won't give away any spoilers, but it is so stinking good. And it's just beautiful. And it's some payoffs of things they've been building up to that you don't know they're building up to till they get to it. And it's like, oh, wow. So, so blessed to watch that.
Nice.
And that rolls in
on like later.
I think the beginning of June. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I've still got one more episode to watch of season 3, and then I can
and
season 4.
And we've discussed getting together to watch season 3.
We sure have. We have made
on
all
Thursdays. We've made plans to get together on a Thursday, and every Thursday passes, and I'm like, oh, right. We were supposed to get together. And so maybe
didn't we record on 2 straight Thursdays too? Or like,
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we did. Yeah, this Thursday we're gonna watch it. We're recording instead. Bye. So you'll have that. Yeah. Let's see. In real life, had some real life things happen. First of all, we have our school's version of prom is called Candlelight, and the junior class, they had that up. They planned it all. They put it together. It's usually like a mix of a dinner and like choir and NHS inductions and like just like entertainment dinner night. There's no dancing, so it's not exactly like a prom, but it's a fun night that they wanted to do a competition for like candlelight proposals. And so a freshman approached me. It was like, Mr. Ham, that's my teacher name. Can you help me with my proposal? I'm like, yeah, of course. He's like, so here's what I want you to do. And he gave me the deal. And so I was like, okay, I'm in, all in. And so during chapel, at the beginning of chapel, I said, guys, I have some good news and I have some bad news. First, the good news was we gave out some medals to some math kids, some math nerds that got really high scores in the country for their math. And we're like, hey,
the math nerds have their
I did. That's what I say. Good news. Now I'm like, okay, bad news. We've been having issues with people, hiding their cell phones, not turning them in. And so leadership has given us the green light to start random bag searches. So we're going to be like, sometimes you never know. We're just going to be like, hey, let me see your bag. And we need to search it and make sure you don't have a cell phone in it. So I said, as an example, this student here, I need you to bring your bag up. I'm going to show you guys how a bag search will go. And so I start looking through his bag, and I find a calculator that looked like a cell phone. And I immediately was like, what is this? And everybody was like, because they thought it was a cell phone. and it was just a calculator. And I was like, oh, you're lucky, buddy. And so then I keep looking. Everybody's just like nervous. Like everybody's on the edge of their seat. And I open up the last pocket and I pull out a sign. Will you go with me to candlelight? And it was from this kid to a girl in his class. And they go nuts. Like the whole room goes crazy because not a single person, even the people who knew what I was doing, there were teachers who were like, that's illegal. You can't do that. You can't just grab people's bags and search. And it was amazing. It was so funny because I pulled it off, and this kid, he acted his butt off too, like acting super nervous. He was like, Mr. Ham, I don't have a cell phone. I don't want to get in trouble and blah, blah, blah. And it was awesome. Like there were multiple kids after we went through the whole deal, and the girl said yes to him. There were kids after chapel. They're like, Mr. Ham, are you really going to check bags? I'm like, if you're asking me that, apparently I did a good job, but no, we're not checking bags. You can rest easy. I'm not going to bust you for hiding your cell phone. The next week, he won the competition. And I was like, where's my cut, son? Because I helped him win that competition. He's like, yeah, man, every time someone asks, I give shout out to you.
I know we're in Brazil, but Uncle Sam said, I want my cut.
Yeah, I want my cut. Because they got free tickets. He and his date got free ticket to the candlelight. I have to pay full price.
You and his date.
Yeah, right? Me and the date. You have to pay for yourself. I get the free ticket along with your date. That's a good call. I should have said that before.
50%.
That's right. But yeah, so that was cool. I helped another kid. I did a fake fire drill in my other class and helped another kid do a little proposal. So it was good times.
You are a menace to society.
I am. Yeah.
Some men just want to see the world back.
That's right. The other thing that happened in real life is I did my fastest 10K last Wednesday. I did a 58-minute 10K, and I almost died. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't almost die. But I kid you not, like I was running, and I was like halfway through, 30 minutes in. I was like, this is hard. And I was really like contemplating, just like, maybe I should walk. I was like, no, I want to hit under an hour. I want to get a faster time. I got my fastest 2K, 5K, and 10K, I think. In the Strava app, it gives you your records. But in it, like I used it as a prayer time to pray for people that, I quote unquote suffered for an hour. Like I had a heartbeat going. I was painful. And it just made me think of the people in my life that are suffering. People are having a hard time with sickness, with struggles in life, people at my school, people in my family. And I just spent the time praying for them. And at some point I asked God, I was like, God, I want to, as like almost like a solidarity, like I want to suffer with them. And if I do it here in running, however you want me to. And I tell you what, guys, it didn't stop with the running. I got sick as a dog for the next 3 or 4 days. And I was like, what have I done? Why did I pray that prayer to God to do that to me? It was something else. Like on Thursday, I got this chest pain that felt like I was having a heart attack. I went to the nurse and I was like, what is going on with me? And so she had me describe my symptoms and everything else. And I had pulled a muscle in my chest, but around my heart. And so after I had run, I also like did mega push-ups to where I could barely push myself off the ground. Like I maxed it. And the next day, like the pain around my left, like around my heart was just like, excuse me, was hurting. And it was like I was in the middle of class and I had to stop teaching to just be like, just give me a second. Kids are like, should you go to the doctor? I'm like, no, I'm going to walk this off. I'm going to be fine. It was crazy.
Just give me some Robitussin. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I just rub some tussin on it. But that Friday, like the Friday after, I was at school and I was like a zombie. And I was like, God, please help me. And he sent me a scripture, 2 Corinthians 12:9. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And it was just off and on, like this kind of stuff has been happening to me. And this gets into the IGL in God life. Just finding small ways. And oftentimes it's through Psalms, it's through scripture, him reminding me. Today I had another rough day. Like just my classes were, There are days sometimes where the kids pretty much are like, we don't care what you have to say. We're just going to be idiots. And I'm like, you know what? I don't like that pop quiz. And I get frustrated. I give them a pop quiz, or I give them we say in Portuguese, give them a bronca. That's when you give them a lecture, tell them how they need to get their act together. And it was like, I got to the end of the day and I was like, man, what am I doing wrong? And I just asked God, say, hey, can you help me out? Speak to me. And I started reading Psalm 40 because it was the next Psalm in my reading plan. And it's called a Psalm of Thanksgiving and a cry for help. And I just I love that like combination. Like, it's just like, I am so thankful, God, but I need you to help a brother out because I am struggle busting. And I read those verses. I was sitting in the middle of the mall, I was sitting in the dentist office because Mindy was going to the dentist. And it just spoke to me so hardcore, like just the prayer of David in the midst of struggle, thanksgiving to God that he's with me and helping me. It was awesome. So that was that was some of my God moments that I was very thankful for in the midst of my struggles.
Excellent.
And then the last thing I want to say is today I celebrate 19 years of marriage.
So, happy anniversary.
Yeah.
How are you not in trouble?
For what do you mean?
You're here with us.
This is your anniversary.
Oh,
you
no.
Not be here.
we were already at the dentist office hanging out in the mall.
Perfect date place.
Yeah,
right?
Perfect. Like, kids, you go over there. Mommy and I are gonna have some Sbarro.
We're gonna read the highlights magazine and
Oh God, the highlights magazine.
Oh gosh, no.
How about some Ranger Rick? There we go.
So
Find
what we
all
did
the
was
differences in these two pictures.
I told Mindy that during the day it's our anniversary today, and then during the evening tomorrow is the second half of our anniversary. So we're going out tomorrow night. Going out to I don't think we haven't decided which restaurant, but it's going to be like a Japanese restaurant or something nice and semi fancy.
Oh, like one of the ones that cook in front of you?
Yeah. I don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe
do it.
Splurge. Do some splurging. So yeah,
moderate splurge.
But I got her 19. Her favorite flower are carnations, so I got her 19 carnations with some eucalyptus and baby's breath and smelly. It made her whole office smell like a flower garden, so she loved it.
Cool.
And yeah. So yeah, that's it for me.
Cool.
That's the cookie and how it crumbled. Let's since that's all for us, how about you there, joiners? If you want to share what's new with you in your neck of the woods, let's do some quick housekeeping where we offer towels, fluff pillows, topped with Andy's Candies, tip you off to the GMGU on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can share what's new with you, just like Corey did. That old Earl life, it was an eventful weekend. Got a call from my wife that we had a flat on the family car. The dead flat. So I got home from work and take a look. Screw in the tire. Go to the tire shop and it can be patched. So new tire.
I think you meant it can't be patched.
Okay, that's probably a good call. Thank you. It can't be patched, so new tire. Of course, the tires on there are expensive. Got quoted $350 for one that matches the rest perfectly. Dang.
Goodness.
Asked if they had another cheaper, and the guy recommends one for around $230 installed. That is a good tire and wouldn't wear any differently. Wife ended up not being able to clean the houses that she had scheduled along with some other things. So we are out $600 that we weren't expecting to be down. Ouch.
Goodness.
That hurts.
Yeah, that hurts.
Saturday we had my now 7-year-old's birthday party. And yes, he is a May 4th baby. It was a great time with my family and friends. Nice.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
May the 4th be with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always.
So, always, indeed. Good thing he's not a May the 5th baby, because then, or I guess 5th. It could be. Wait, is it she or he? Did he say? My 7-year-old.
I think he said
he is.
Yeah. Where? Why can't I read? He is. Baby. Yes. Thank you. If he's May the 5th, he would be a Sith. So that's a good thing. He didn't get born there. Unfortunately, on the same day, I decided that it was time to act up. I don't know who mine was, but only this time it was way worse than usual. Maybe my head?
Maybe.
Something on his body.
You're really making us guess, Corey. I appreciate that. Ibuprofen and Tylenol.
Big toe.
My big toe. My big toe
big
acted
toe.
up again. Ibuprofen and Tylenol didn't touch the pain. It was just a constant big toe throb. Woke me up a couple times that night if I moved my big toe wrong in my sleep. This feels like a mad gab. This continued all day Sunday and Monday. I have an appointment with a big toe doctor, orthopedic doctor. You might be right. Is it big toe? I thought you were joking.
No.
Well,
knee,
keep reading.
Oh no!
I read forward.
Now that I read
Oh, dang
further,
it.
it's
All right,
not
you
the
were
big toe.
Suddenly,
Okay.
context clues.
All right, here we go. To get the process started, to see what I've done to it. A couple of customers I have are nurses and have said it's either meniscus or ACL. Yeah, the meniscus in his big toe or the ACL in his toe.
Yeah.
So
Circle
hopefully
back.
I find
It's
something
his
out
knee.
Wednesday. Yep, that's right.
Did you take an
so
arrow
yeah.
to the knee over the weekend?
Yeah, you did. Used to be an adventurer, like your 7-year-old Jedi son. Now he's the adventurer, and you're the old man. Welcome.
Old man Higgins.
Yep.
Mhm.
Praying for that knee, Craig, Corey, Chris
Smith.
Smith. Iffle,
Jenkins.
nothing too out of the ordinary, just more Elder Scrolls Online. Little Fortnite, not big Fortnite, little Fortnite here. And there with my boys, and added Hades 2 to my Steam wish list.
Ooh.
That's all I got. Love y'all. Love you too.
Corey.
Hugs and kisses. All right, riding the weather coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron. Earl. I think we've seen 3 different seasons in a week. Thankfully, most of them have included rain. So the pollen count is way down than what was last week. That's good. I'm happy for you weak sauce people that can't handle the
Show your
pollen.
face.
I just hope a ball of pollen hits you in the throat.
It
next
won't
time
do
you
a thing
run.
to me. That's fine. I'll eat it. I eat pollen for breakfast.
No, I want to bring a jar of it for you. When I
Yeah,
come down.
please
Please
do.
get them some
Uh-huh.
good.
Hey, what's
good
up?
pollen.
Just throw it in your
Good
face.
fresh pollen. And then we do nothing, and then you break out, and you're like,
What have I done? What have I done?
This was a terrible
I
mistake.
tasted my own medicine, and it is bitter.
All right. In less fortunate news, when it got very warm last week, we naturally tried to turn on the air conditioning, only to find that it wasn't conditioning the air. That's the worst.
Oh no!
So we called a guy in, and he basically told us that our Freon was totally
Oof.
dry, and there's likely a leak, which makes the whole unit a write-off, as it would cost less to repair than to replace. So we're waiting for the condo association red tape and praying that it doesn't get hot as heck again at any point soon. Oof.
Did they pump
I
it
have
back
not-
up or give you a portable or? I need to know.
Yeah, he needs to know.
I need to know.
So far,
Yes.
it seems
Yeah.
like someone said the cost is not worth it. The cost difference between repair and replace is not.
He must have
A
an
lot.
old system then.
You must. Yeah. So you need to just go to the Freon store and buy some, load it up. Just
There you
shove
go.
some Freon
Problem
in there.
solved.
Well, see, the problem with that is you have to have your EPA license.
What? Oh yeah, that's true.
Again, confusing the issue with facts. Goodness.
Gosh, why would you do that?
I mean, I'm just saying. And if it's an old system, that's likely R22, and a 30-pound jug of that, last I checked, was about $1,200.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's what I got quoted when I needed some Freon
Mhm.
for my car.
Yeah, for your car.
Yeah, we don't do. I'm just kidding. We don't do air conditioning in most homes, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay,
Cool.
Good talk.
Maintenance person. So
No, it's all good. It's all good. You DM him, maybe give him some
yes.
AC repair with Ryan. Howdy, hey. All right. Also managed to tweak a lat muscle, a big toe, he said,
Yeah.
by rolling over in bed early last week. You gotta watch
Oh,
out, man.
yeah.
You sleep wrong, you roll over wrong, that can
Mhm.
hurt you. It's still bothering me. All right, hashtag GMG questionee for Yui. since we're all 30 plus here for the most part, we are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least the
Everybody's
4 of
30
us.
plus.
Yeah, we're all 30 plus. Yeah. What's the most mundane way you've hurt yourself?
Getting out of bed.
I tell you what,
just
same.
sleeping.
If I lay down more than like 8 hours in one position, I can't move for like an hour after waking up.
I tweaked a muscle in my arm playing video games last week.
What? Not like Wii or anything like that.
No, I was playing Fortnite, and all of a sudden, like it got
Sweaty
really
try hard.
sore in my
Hurt
arm,
yourself.
and it was sore for like 2 days. I'm like, what the heck?
Wait, hold on.
man.
What was sore? What'd you say?
My arm, my muscle in my arm.
You're just like
Apparently,
throwing your arms around. Jump, jump.
come on, he's won. No.
Yeah, I remember this was actually before I was 30. I was drying off my head, like out of the shower, and I pushed a little too hard on the back of my head and popped my neck out.
Oh my gosh.
That's mundane right there. Drying
Slow down, Hulk.
my hair.
Goodness.
Like, whoa. Just shoving my head forward.
Lucas smash.
I'm just trying to dry off my hair with as much force as humanly possible.
The most recent time that I hurt myself in bed, I cannot share on here.
Fair
That's
enough.
for after hours.
Hey,
Whoa, hey.
hey, that's not mundane at all.
That is not mundane.
But before that, yeah, no, literally like trying to get out of bed, my foot got caught in my sheet and I twisted my ankle.
Oh goodness!
Apparently,
Wow.
both of these things happened in bed.
Apparently, you need to sleep on the floor, young man.
Yes.
Beds are your kryptonite.
Indeed.
All right.
lightning.
Did you have another one, Patrick, or are you good?
No, that's I cannot
Nap
sleep.
time.
I cannot lay down for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I get stiff.
Yep. Iffle watched
Old
WWE Backlash this past weekend. They held it in Lyon, France.
France.
International shows are always fun. France fries. Always fun to watch because those crowds don't get big events often, so they're typically the loudest and most raucous crowds of the year.
It was wild. It was
it?
so wild. It was the decibel alerts on people's phones and watches were going off throughout the weekend because of how loud it was. The entrances for the wrestlers, if they had lyrics to their music, the entire arena was singing every single lyric. You know how people have like, instead of like the lighters, people use their flashlight on their phone.
Yeah.
The entire crowd was using the flashlight on their phones for all these entrances. And so there's this one guy, his name's Main Event Jey Uso, and he puts his arms up and pulls them all the way down like this. And so when the crowd was doing it with them, they had their lights on their phones, and it just looked like the whole place was moving up and down. It was such a wild scene. I've never seen that before in any place. And so just seeing all that was absolutely something I've never seen before. And I'm like, those types of crowds that WWE is starting to see more and more of now that TKO has taken over WWE. They're bringing them internationally more, and now that they're doing that, they're going to places like Lyon, France, who's never seen a WWE event. I think it was the first time WWE has been in France. So if they've never been there, they're gonna be loud and they're gonna be ruckus, like Aaron said.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was awesome, and they're going to like Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. They're going to be going to, what other place are they going to? Some other places. And I think in August, it might be the first time they're back in the States for a PLE, which is going to be Cleveland, Ohio or something like that. So yeah, they're going all over the place. No, I don't. No. I'm not paying that much money. I love watching it on my couch. I can hear the announcers. It's great. It's fun to see something where I can spend $50 to go see a Raw. But if I'm going to see a PLE and I want to be able to see in a good seat, and it costs a pretty penny. So I don't have that kind
Fair
of
enough.
cash, you know.
Aaron also ran credits on a little strategy RPG called Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark. Final Fantasy
That's
Tactics.
just literally 4 words that just don't.
That's hard. That's hard to say fast.
Throwing darts at the wall.
Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark. Okay. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my top 5 favorite games and has been since I was a kid. So tactical RPGs that capture that spirit are great.
I played that one.
Since the cowards at Square Enix won't commit to remaking the original.
Shots fired.
Shots.
Yep. Shots fired. You'll get caught up in it. I know that's not the words, but I like it.
It's all good.
Yeah. I'm with you, Aaron. I enjoy a nice Final Fantasy Tactic as well. They should remake the original because it's the best. Jumping into Power World a few months ago put me on a Pokeclone kick, so I downloaded Nexomon, and I'm playing through that now. It's much like the school Pokemon games from our generation, winces and old. So another nice little shot of nostalgia was Into the Veins.
Nice.
And then finally, still haven't started Eiyuden Chronicle or finished Final Fantasy VII Afterbirth. Well, you better get to it.
It says edited at the end of his thing, so I bet he wrote Afterbirth and then.
Yeah, that's why I said it that way, because I know he edited it. Okay. Kevin Gamer's Parents Podcast. Here we go. Earl. I was in Austin at a conference for work the first part of this week, and when I checked in at my hotel, the lady checking me in was on the phone venting about her job to someone. At one point, she started crying, and while it started off awkward, I was able to let her share with me some of what was going on. I'm hoping that short interaction made her day a little better. You know what? That's an Earl and an Eagle.
Man.
That's really cool, man. I'm glad you got to encourage a nice young lady that was having a struggle.
Then you should have offered her a job.
Yeah.
If you had one.
Sure.
Just quit. Yes, just quit this job. Actually, check me in first, and then you can quit.
Yeah.
Iffle. I think I'm mere hours away from besting Bowser in Paper Mario 64. After that, I'll probably jump into one of the 4 Switch games I just bought. Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario RPG, Mario plus Rabbids, or you almost had it, the quadfecta, Pikmin 4. Just Mario games. What happened? Pick
Do
Mario,
Odyssey
man.
next. Odyssey.
Super Mario RPG is a good second. That's my vote. RPG. With the wife, I'm playing A Way Out. Slowly but surely, we will find our way out of that game. LOL. Dude, I can't wait to hear how the ending goes for you. I'm not going to say anything else. Patrick, you know, because we played it. Actually, all you guys know, I think. Wait, Ryan, did you play A Way Out?
What?
Are you even listening right now?
Yes. I don't know what A Way Out is.
Okay, that's true. All right,
it's the game that came out before It Takes Two. Same dev.
It's actually the sequel to A Way In.
Huh. Not really.
Okay. With that being said, that's all of our written joiner-driven updates and questions. But I have a feeling there's one more.
Who's that voice coming from the heavens? That's not God.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that is a great intro.
By the way, just a heads up, Pat recorded a new intro for our voicemail, so that's what he's referring to.
So, good, howdy, hey, guys. I'm tired. Anyway, I owe Pat a little review on the PlayStation Portal. I am currently about an hour and a half away from my house playing Immortals of Aveum on some decent hotel internet, and it works pretty darn good. Now, would I want to venture out on a hotspot? No, but it works very, very well. I have not tried to play Fortnite on it yet. Over here at home works great. Anyway, that is my iffle. That's basically all I played. Although I did hit 100 on Fortnite while playing on it at home.
Nice.
Let's go.
Eagle, not really anything going on. I've been, obviously praying for the boys and girls. And like we said, we were doing a little extra prayer, a little more specific prayers. So those have been going out. And Earl, we got birthdays and Mother's Day this weekend. Mother's Day, obviously.
Is Mother's
my
Day this
son
weekend?
graduates Friday from
Mhm.
college.
Uh-huh.
So I will have 2 college graduates in the household.
Nice.
My brother is coming home tomorrow from Arizona. So we'll be heading down there Saturday to celebrate Mother's Day. My brother's birthday is the 8th, mine is the 14th, and my oldest son's is the 24th. So we will be probably having a lot of cake and a lot of pie.
It's a big May.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, if I got anything else. Except for, good night, everybody. Oh, that is a great intro.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was like,
Wait,
what? He's back.
That was a good way.
Hey,
to
everybody.
That was good.
And I'm back.
Didn't know it was
No,
going
that's
to loop. My bad.
Eat some extra pie for me. Timmy.
He said cake.
He
So
said cake and pie.
Oh, he did say. Oh, okay.
it's
you stopped listening to cake. You were like,
Oh,
it's
Okay.
doubly crazy around here because Liberty's graduation is going on this weekend. And so
You're gonna not be able to get into any restaurant.
Nope.
That you try to get into.
not even going to attempt it. Nope. Just not a good idea.
all right, time for Pop Tarts at home.
Yeah, they're calling
I
for
forgot that
about
it's- yeah.
77,000 people coming
That's
to this.
it. Those are rookie numbers.
Eh,
That's in my
not when there's
neighborhood.
4 parking spaces.
We got 77,000 people in a 3-block radius.
okay.
That's crazy.
Okay,
I
don't
forgot
know.
that it's
Those
Mother's Day
statistics
weekend.
aren't real, but
I was thinking it
Um,
was next weekend, but that's my bad.
Yeah, no, it is definitely
Yeah.
this weekend because I'm taking the wife
Wow.
out on Saturday for Mother's Day,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
then
Wise.
on Mother's Day is my mom's birthday.
Oh
Double
man,
gifts.
Yeah. Then you got to do
Yep.
something for
I
real.
didn't buy her
You
anything.
got to.
I didn't buy her.
yeah.
My mom knows I
I'm
love
thankful. My wife's standards for Mother's Day is as long as I don't cook, clean, get to sleep in, all those things, we're good. Like, all right, you got it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's usually
Chicken
what
That's
I
all
nuggets
I
and
want.
French
That's all I
fries.
want
Let's
for
go.
Father's Day. That's all I want to do
Yep.
is do nothing.
Nap time.
Father's Day, I usually try to go hang out with my boys. Just hang out,
Uh-huh.
drink some beers, have a good time.
Oh, you're talking about friends.
Yeah, not my actual boys. Sorry.
Bring the
When I
boys,
said
bring
that,
the
I was like,
beers.
wait, not my actual children. Although I don't mind spending time with my children on Father's Day. I think that's
Uh-huh.
what I
That's
did last time.
That's
But I mean,
appropriate.
like,
different-
you
yeah.
know, like if
I mean,
you
I'm
guys
not telling you how to
are in-
parent. If you want to go out with your boys and drink,
Right.
I'm saying it's the best decision, but you do you.
All right. Well, that's that Nickelodeon. Okay.
That's all, folks.
That's all we got. So if you want to connect visually, sorry, I had to reconnect there. I lost my spot. Spectatorly, YouTube, Twitch, check it out. Plethora of ways to join us. So
4
please find the
weeks
links.
away from episode
That's right.
300. June 9th.
Yep. So check us out.
Is that
June
Father's
9th.
Day?
Yep. Nope.
No.
That's a week before.
Father's Day is the next weekend. Okay, cool.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah. Mhm.
Finally, on Patreon and our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click the one link to rule them all in the show notes or type it out real quick, linktree.com/thegmgpod. Of course, if you can't toss your attention or coin to your podcast that are still the giving type, please rate and review us. Sorry, it's 3 minutes to midnight here. Review us on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and Spotify. Speaking of, there's nothing.
You can
here,
get.
so
You can
speaking
do it,
of
man.
nothing,
Yeah, I believe in you.
Almost
also
there.
call 929 GMG guys, just like Timmy did next week for real.
Yep.
We want all the Earl.
Everybody.
All voicemail
updates.
If you
next week.
type something, we're going to
Voices.
delete it.
Yep.
Deleted. Alrighty then. With that threat in mind, alrighty then, Pat. Mark, along with you, Ryan, and along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners. Go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
2, 3, 4.